Hello everyone, so finally I am back with a new video. I'm trying to use the natural lighting or what little there is of it because it's just a little bit easier than having to try and set up the lights and all that sort of stuff when I'm just not feeling it currently. So I thought I'd finally do another update, a pregnancy update for you guys. I really wanted to do it weekly, so you'll notice that I did do my 5-week update, not really knowing what the first trimester was going to be like. Very naively going into it, and it's been something. So I'm currently like just about into my 11th week, so I've got just over a week left until we are out of the first trimester, which is exciting. And actually, although it's kind of dragged, now we're here, it doesn't feel like it's so bad. So I've got loads of things to update you on. So basically I'm going to do from 6 to 10 weeks because my 11 weeks I want to kind of try and do weekly bits from now on, so and try and make notes and bits of what's been happening. So I'll probably do 11 weeks separately. First of all, I have got a list of questions as well for like how I kind of want to structure it a little bit more, because I think that it's probably better to structure it sort of with some questions, because I think the last update I did was really rambly. So how far along am I? I'm currently, as I say, 11 weeks, but I'm just at 11 weeks, so you know, we're doing up to 10 weeks. How big is the peanut? So funnily enough, I took these questions from somewhere else, like a random mum blog, or yeah, not mum blog, but like chat forum thing. But funnily enough, I've named our little baby on one of the apps Peanut. So let's go back to 6 weeks, because it is actually amazing how much they grow in the first trimester. So it was a blueberry. I'm using the Pregnancy Plus app, I think it's called. I really like it. They're all slightly different, but if I go by this, then it's a bit more cohesive. And then this was week 7. It was a little raspberry. So it went from, let me go back actually to week 6. It was 0.5 grams and 1.3 centimetres. So remember that. Week 7 got to a gram and 1.6 centimetres. Week 8 it was a grape and 2 grams, so it's kind of like doubling each time, and 2.3 centimetres. By week 9 it was a little date and 4 grams and 3.1 centimetres. Week 10 it was a fig and 7 grams and 4.1 centimetres. This was the first week that all the weeks have been exciting for me, and some more difficult to get through than others. But this was the first week where I was like, I get it, a raspberry is a thing, a blueberry is a thing, but they're so... I'm so sorry if you can hear that noise. Someone is doing some crazy drilling or something. But like, a blueberry and a raspberry just feel so small still, whereas a fig feels like something more. It's not this big, but something more. It's getting there, you know, it feels bigger, and it just feels, when I told my boyfriend what it was, or my fiance, to be correct here, what it was, he was more excited about this. 7 grams is more of a weight that it's still really light, but it's more than a gram, so, you know. And then this week has doubled again, and it's 14 grams, 5.4-ish, you know, give or take. This isn't exact for every baby, but give or take. And it's a plum. And again, a plum is just like, you look at a plum in a shop and it's like this big, kind of, maybe a bit smaller, but like a plum. So we're at plum stage now, which is really exciting. This app is really good because it has size by animal. So this week we're also a hummingbird, or size by sweets, and it's a macaroon. And I'm really excited for what it is next week, but I won't spoil it because it's nice to go through. I'm trying not to skip through the weeks. Also, on a really cool note, there's a little, this actually gives you like a random heartbeat too. There's a little like graphic of what the baby would look like, and I think it's so cool to look at what it was. This was the baby at 6 weeks. Like, it's like a little tadpole alien thing. 7 weeks. 8 weeks, I was like, this is the first time I said to my boyfriend, it looks a bit like a baby. 9 weeks, even better. 10 weeks, like finally it's a baby. Still really small. And 11 weeks, it just, like, hang on. It's got a little bottom, and it's just got like, you know, it just, oh, there's the umbilical cord in the way. And this is like the actual size that it is in my tummy. I really, really like this app because I could just hold this down to my little belly, and I just think, oh my god, it's actually really freaky. Something that big is in my tummy. Because I have quite a small iPhone as well, and a very broken one. I'm due a new phone, but you know. I keep thinking it's not long until it won't fit on my screen. Not that I've looked ahead. Total weight gain or weight loss. I've eaten a lot because it's helped with my nausea, which is a weird thing to say. Lots of women have just sickness and they don't get much down, but I've always been, throughout my entire life, someone that has to eat if they feel sick, because I'd either rather eat to make it come out or eat and it makes me feel better. So it's just the way I am, and you can't change that. There isn't a concern on the weight that I've gained. So, and I am nearly 12 weeks in, you know, so I am nearly out of the first trimester, and I've gained about 1 to 2 kilos, give or take. So more than what I wanted to, but my theory on this is I want to get really fit and healthy throughout the summer whilst being pregnant still, because it's completely doable. And I feel like in my second trimester I'm going to feel way more active. I'm already starting to get there. Feel way more active, way better. And I'll just, you know, the cravings for like the need to eat crap will hopefully have gone, because I'll actually be able to stomach more things. I've already noticed that as well, which I'll get into later, but yeah, I just feel like the weight that I've gained now, hopefully if I can just be good throughout the rest, it won't feel so dramatic. It was just that it was like piling on a little bit, and I was already at a bigger weight than I wanted to be when I got pregnant. I'm at maternity clothes, so I'm not under an illusion that I have a baby bump as such yet, although you can start to show from as early as about 12 weeks. I'm just very bloated, or it's actually a bit less so now, but throughout like 6, 7, 8 weeks was really bad. I was just so bloated, and I guess it's my body getting used to the hormones, and I was eating quite a lot. The fluid, like my body retains fluid quite easily as well, so I was just so bloated, and I looked like I was 6 months pregnant, let's say 7 months pregnant, maybe even. I was big. So being bloated, coupled with the fact that I was wanting to lose weight, and I was like on the cusp of do my clothes still fit me, because it had been Christmas and I'd just been really naughty and all that sort of stuff, and there'd been a lot going on, so I'd just been naughty, and I planned in the new year to get fit and healthy, and obviously I turned out to be pregnant, so it's just been a bit harder. So yeah, I did buy 2 pairs of maternity jeans, which are a little bit big, especially now the bloat has like, it's still there sometimes, especially in the evening, but throughout the day it's a little bit less. So they are a little bit big, but that's fine, because they were, I think they were £15 each. They're from New Look. At some point I'll show you when I've got a bit more of a bump and I feel I could justify it. But they do the job when I'm feeling extra chubby or whatever, or bloated. They work. They'll be great, and they'll carry me through, and they were £30 for both pairs, and I just think that to carry me all the way through, or at least a good portion of the way through, yeah, that's good. The next one is sleep. So my sleep's been alright, just the weeing extra. So I get out like once a night on average, pretty much. I've generally been relatively tired. I've noticed that in the last like week 10 I started to get a little bit more energy back, give or take. I have been ill, so yeah, sleep's been alright. I've had a couple of bouts of insomnia. I've suffered with insomnia for like quite some years, so I get it from time to time. I know you'd think it was crazy to get insomnia whilst you're pregnant, but pregnancy insomnia can be a thing, as can basically anything. But other than that, on the whole, my sleep's been good. I've been getting in some naps while I can, because I'm lucky and fortunate in that I don't have any other children. I do work full time, but that doesn't mean to say you can't fit in a nap after work. So, and my boyfriend's been really good at just being like, do you. You're growing a human, you do you. So that's good. Best moment this week. I promise not every single update will be this long. It's just that there's like 4 or 5 weeks here that I'm trying to update on. Best moment in the last few weeks. Best moments. It's a weird one, because starting to feel better, because by the end of week 9 and then week 10, I can't say I haven't felt nauseous at all, but I've just had a tiny bit, minus getting ill, I've had a tiny bit more energy, I felt a bit less sick, and I've had a few more cravings for like healthy food. So, and I've been wanting to eat a bit more healthy food. I can stomach a bit more. Having said that, my sense of smell has got insane in the past few weeks, particularly like week 9 and 10. My sense of smell is just like through the roof. I can smell the weirdest things at work, and there are a couple of people that I'm very, very close to at work that know, which is a personal preference, so to speak. I know some people wouldn't agree with telling people before 12 weeks, but the people that I've told are people that if something bad was to happen, I'd want them to know so that they could understand why I was going through a tough time or why I wasn't there. Food cravings: cheese, yoghurt, milkshakes, milk, hot chocolate, pizza, crisps. On and off with sweets and crisps. I flip between whether I fancy sweet or savoury. I had really been craving like salad leaves with Caesar dressing, not like a proper Caesar salad, but like just salad leaves, cheap bag of salad dressing, which was great. I was kind of jumping on that. I know Caesar dressing isn't the best, but at least I'm eating some salad leaves, and that's about it really at the moment. But it's like, and I'll pick specific things, and when I want those specific things, like I have to have it. Like I went away for a night for work a couple of weeks back. Was it? Yeah, probably about 2 weeks ago now. And we were eating somewhere for dinner, and it was a free dinner paid for by like our company, whatever. And so it was a bit of a limited menu. All I wanted was a lasagna, and they didn't have it, and I had to act really cool, but inside I wanted to cry. I did cry the other day because I thought we were going to get chips from the chip shop, because chips were a big thing for about a week or two, because they were like salty and plain, and that's all I wanted. And I really thought we were going to get chips, and then my boyfriend came home with something that was cheaper, and I didn't want that, so I cried and he had to go out and buy me chips. So food aversions. What did I used to love? Hummus, avocados, although I did stop eating avocados for a while anyway, but we bought some and then the thought of them were making me feel sick. So much fruit, loads of vegetables, anything good for you basically. My body was like, nope, I just really wanted carbs and dairy, and that was about it really. Belly button in or out, definitely in still. What do I miss? What have I missed? I missed, now it's starting to come back, but I would have said, let's go to 6, 7, 8 weeks. I would have said I missed having energy and being able to do stuff and not be miserable all the time, because I was really miserable for a few weeks and I felt like it was never going to end. Now I'm starting to feel a bit better. Like I missed being able to have an amazing cleaning routine. Like even now the house is not perfect, but it's better than it has been for a while, and I just missed having like a good routine. I miss, or yeah, that sort of stuff, just feeling like myself, which obviously is gonna, you know, that's fine. I'm so happy and grateful to be pregnant, but of course I miss that just a little bit. It looks like there's a bird standing on a bird's head out there. I think I need new contacts because that doesn't make sense. What I'm looking forward to our first scan, which is in our first scan. I was a bit annoyed, but I guess it's because it's busy and the way that I got booked in. So my first doctor's appointment was on the 21st of January, I think. It's in my phone, but I don't remember what date it is exactly. But that was just like a literal 2-minute appointment, in and out the door with the doctor to be like, you're pregnant, this is when we're going to book you in with the midwife. First midwife appointment was beginning of so just the Wednesday we just had, so when I was 10 weeks, and I'll show you this in a minute when I just like explain that afterwards, but I've just got a letter through for my first, like yesterday I got the letter through for my first appointment for my scan to actually see the baby and like feel like we're in the safe zone and all that sort of stuff, and I thought, oh yes, I'm 11 weeks, so I've got to wait another week. But my first scan is on the day that I turned 13 weeks, and that's fine. Like, I get it, hospitals are busy, and I'm having a baby in a September month as well, which means that, like, even now they're going to be busier, and it's just the way that it works sometimes, and it's only just 13 weeks, so it is, like, just outside my 12 weeks. But, like, I really wanted it, like, the first day of my 12 weeks, you know, because I'm impatient. If you want me to do videos on this, like, an in-depth video on my first midwife appointment and an in-depth video on my dating scan and, like, the 12-week scan and all those sorts of things, let me know. Milestones, well, we're nearly at 12 weeks. We haven't quite got there yet, so it's not really a milestones. And do I have a bump? Well, I don't think it's quite a bump yet. I think it's a bloat. So I'm not sure I'll show you a bump shot just yet. Maybe when we get to 12 weeks. A couple of things. First of all, week 6 and 7, I did throw up a few times. It wasn't a lot. It was just the constant nausea and the constant I have to eat because I feel like I'm going to be sick if I don't eat. And I tell you what saved my life. things like these variety packs, cheap packs of like maize crisps. I know they're not healthy for you, and in my mind before I got pregnant I was like, I'm going to try and be healthy, but girl, in the first trimester, if you've got to eat something, and it's better than eating nothing, if it's bad food, eat it. Just make sure you take your multivitamins. So what I've been doing is obviously taking folic acid. I also take vitamin D because I live in the UK and this is the most light at the moment, and it's like the middle of the day and it's just cloudy and disgusting outside. Also, what else do I take? Iron supplements, because I actually don't think my iron is that bad, but it was for a while, so I always just took them, especially because I don't eat meat and stuff, so I always just take iron. This is the least inconspicuous packaging, and it's on both sides. The lady was like, I hope you don't know anyone when you're leaving with this, but this is the Bible that everyone talks about. It's got my notes in it. As I say, if you really want me to go into detail about everything in here, I can do, so let me know. Because I know for me, I always wanted to like know what was... Oh. I always wanted to know like what I'd expect at appointments and things and blah blah blah. Basically, I just took some blood and stuff just to make sure I was all good. And then my new appointment letter is in there and stuff. But this I have to take with me everywhere, like appointments and stuff. And then later on, like basically, I told my boyfriend this is the most vital thing that we take when we have the baby and stuff. So there's that. Yeah. So what's been happening other than that for the last 6 weeks, from 6 weeks to 10 weeks, just feeling terrible. As I said, I had a bit of sickness, constant nausea, constant like I need to eat this, oh no I don't fancy that. Like I'd get Shan to cook me something and then I'd be like, no I don't want that. I'd eat like the most tiniest thing, I'd feel bloated, and it was just constant. But I'm starting to feel like I'm coming out of that now. My stomach feels more settled. I actually felt like my boobs felt a bit more settled as well, like pain wise. Like they're still tender, but they're just massive, and like yeah, I mean, but that's where we are. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't think there's much more I need to update you on. This has been really waffly. I promise the next ones won't be. Let me know if there's anything you want to see specifically, and I'll speak to you all in my next video. Thank you. Bye.